Guys and gals, this is Barbie Figueroa with RiseMarketingandDesign.com, and thank you so much for watching my video. Well, today's video is going to be a little bit different because I want to share with you the 5 uncommon mistakes to avoid if you actually want to have success with your online business in 2020. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into my own personal experience, and I'm going to share some of the things that I've learned, and I've made these mistakes as well. I want to share a different perspective with you in hopes that 2020 will be your best year ever. So if you want to hear what I believe the biggest 5 mistakes you need to avoid going into 2020 are if you want to be successful with your online business, then keep on watching. Guys and gals, again, this is Barbie Figueroa with RiseMarketingandDesign.com. Please take just one little moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would truly appreciate that. All right, guys and gals, well, I'll be honest with you, the list is really long, and that's because I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made so many mistakes that have kept me from achieving a breakthrough in my business for years. I mean, I've been at this. I had a team meeting the other day, and I realized in my head, I don't know why, I thought it was like I've only done this for like 8 years. Actually, I started in 2008, and we're going into 2020. So it's been more like 12 years that I've been at this. And you might be thinking to yourself, man, I don't have 12 years. But if you look deeper into a lot of the success stories of a lot of your favorite people that you follow online, and whatever niche they're in, it could be in the fitness niche, in the financial niche, in the personal development niche, most of those people have not had their success overnight. It has been a progress of years and years and years. I think that's why they say it's a 10-year overnight success. And it's because it does take time to develop skills, to get comfortable with yourself, to know who you are, to know who your audience is, to know what your voice is, and then confidently deliver messages out into the marketplace. And that takes time. But that doesn't mean that you can't make money in between all that. You absolutely can. But in my view, here are the 5 mistakes, if I had to boil it down, okay, that I think you should avoid it going into 2020. And this is based on my own personal experience. Now, before we get into the 5 mistakes to avoid, I'm going to say that success is different to everyone. So I'm going to tell you what my version of success is, because that will help you determine whether our vision of success is aligned. And if it's not, then don't listen to a word I have to say. Go see what someone else has to say. So that's a bonus mistake to avoid. Don't take advice from someone you do not resonate with or you do not have similar goals with. I've made that mistake so many times where I just look at the outcome and I see the end result of someone's business. They've got the cars, the money, the status, and all this stuff. But what they had to sacrifice to get there is like, I'm not doing that. Forget it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bonus mistake to avoid. Only take advice from someone that you feel aligned and connected to. Because more than likely, if you resonate with the way they build their business, then that will be, advice worth taking. All right. So what is success to me? Success is more than just money. For me, success is fulfillment. It's making an impact. It's making a difference. It's being able to sleep at night, knowing that you're doing something that actually helps people, and, it helps bring more into people's lives, that it's not just about your pockets or your gain, that there is a mutual win-win situation for everyone that you do business with, that your business gives more life, not just more money. And by doing that, ironically, it does produce more money. That's just kind of the way things work. And balance. There's a lot of teachers out there that say that there's no such thing as balance, and I don't believe that is true. I do believe that there are ways to find balance in your life. There are periods where you're going to work a lot more than others, But I am a systems girl, and I know from personal experience that if you've got good systems out there, a lot of those systems will do a lot of the work for you. As a matter of fact, I was joking yesterday because it was the day after Christmas, and my husband and I were like watching airplane videos, because that's kind of like one of the things that we like to do on our spare time. We like to watch airplanes take off and land, and it's a lot of fun for us. And he's like, oh, well, good thing that we don't have to work today. I was like, oh, honey, I am working. I'm working 24/7 because my videos and my funnels are still selling for me, and they're working for me while I'm here with you. And that, my friends, does take a lot of work to set up. But once you've got it in motion, it works great. And here's my baby Cooper, so you might see him in the background. All right, so that is what success is to me. It's love, it's life, it's balance, it's health, it's treating people well, and having an impact, and as a result of those things, you make money. So the first mistake to avoid is not thinking deeper before you make a decision. And what I mean is, a lot of us have done this. We end up joining thing to thing to thing, thinking that that thing is the next best thing, instead of thinking a little bit deeper. I really highly encourage you that before 2020 rolls around, instead of writing a bunch of affirmations, or instead of writing, what you want, really dig deep inside yourself and say, what's important to me? What are your core values? What is a priority for you? So for example, for me, a priority is being a present wife, or being available if my kid needs me to drive him somewhere, or, being there for a team member, but as long as it doesn't, cross over my boundary of I don't work nights and I don't work weekends. And I'm very strict about that. And anyone who has ever done business with me pretty much knows that I'm not available on the weekend, and I don't work at nights, because I'm not going to allow social media, the 24/7 hustle and bustle of social media and what everyone else does. I'm not going to allow that to disrupt and basically come against my core values, which is, being present and really enjoying every bit of time. Now, is it all perfect all the time? Absolutely not. But I honor those things, and because I do, I am very mindful of what kind of businesses that I align with. Since one of my priorities is being present, I don't want to be on Facebook all day trying to, convince people to join my business. And I don't want to be picking up the phone and getting on phone calls with people. I don't want to do any of that stuff. That's what my funnels and my videos are for. So when I signed up with the company that I've been with, which I'm going on almost 2 years in March of 2020, I asked those questions, is it going to tie up all of my time? Is there leverage? Can I still earn money when I'm not at my computer? Is there residual income so that when I do that work one time, will it continue to pay me every single month? And it ticked off all the boxes. So instead of joining things just because, I can make $1,000 if I join this thing. Yes, but if you want to make money with it, what are you going to have to do? What are the requirements to make that kind of commission? Are you going to have to travel? Are you going to have to fly away from home? Are you going to have to go to a hotel meeting? Are you going to have to, get on the phone? If you like doing those things, great. But if it's not in alignment with your deeper core values and your priorities, then I would pass. So think deeper before you join something, and make sure that it does align with your core values and your core priorities. And that way you can have a fun, fulfilled business that gives you life instead of sucks your life away, right? Because there's businesses that will do that, my friends. All right, and I have my notes right here, just in case you see me looking down. I'm not even going to front that I memorized all this stuff, okay? All right, now the second thing is being honest with yourself and your level of skill set. One thing that almost crushes me is when I get a new person and they're so excited and they're gung-ho and they're like, I am ready to make money. And I'm like, great. Let me ask you a question. How proficient are you in marketing? Huh? They'll just be like puzzled. Yes. What are your marketing skills? What are your promotional skills? Do you have any marketing background or experience? No, I'm just here to make money. Well, that is the wrong mindset, and we have to get very honest with ourselves. If you want to make money, you have to trade value for money, right? Even at your job, even at your workplace, you get paid for the value of the job that you do, or for the value of your time, right? And so being in a business online is no different. You have to create value. You have to create value. You have to equip yourself with skill sets. So what I would do is, instead of joining $1,000 high ticket program, for example, I would invest that money instead in developing your own skill sets. I mean, think about it. Would you want a doctor, okay, to operate on you who just got to medical school on day one? Absolutely freaking not. Same thing. Would you get into an airplane with a pilot that just started learning how to fly today? It's like, you don't start pilot school and say, I can fly. No, not yet. There's a lot behind it. You can't just do that. So marketing and having an online business is no different than any other profession. It's just a different medium, a different set of rules, but we all have to learn and pay our dues. So instead of thinking, I want to make money, start thinking, what kind of skill sets do I have to develop in order for people to trust me enough to give me their money? That's a whole different ballgame. And give yourself the time and the grace that is required for you to make that happen. Number 3 kind of goes into what I just talked about in number 2, and that is, number 3 is, avoid this mistake of not respecting the game you're playing, right? You've got to respect the game you're playing. If we are building an online business, then you would think that we need to get serious about learning more about online marketing and online business, and what causes people to buy or not buy. What can I do to make myself a better business person, or a better salesperson, whatever. Those are the questions that we have to be asking ourselves, because if not, you're not respecting the game, right? Especially for those of us that have been in the industry for a really, really, really long time. You have literally zero experience, and you come in on day one and you're like, I want to make money. I'll be like, honey, sit down, because I got to tell you a story, right? It's going to take a while. And yeah, you might catch on quick. That doesn't mean that it is going to take forever, because I believe that the faster you take action and the faster you implement, the faster you can get results. Like, for example, I feel that I got pretty good results pretty early on. The problem is that I never saw it as a business. I had that mindset of, I'm just here to make money. And so when I first joined my very first business opportunity back in 2008 with the high ticket program, it was $2,000, and I realized I didn't know how to market, right? So what I did was, then I spent $500 on Google AdWords, and I didn't know what I was doing. It was like I was trying to play the slot machines in Vegas, just all willy-nilly. I didn't know how to do Google pay-per-click, so I lost $500. I didn't know about lead capture pages and branding yourself and building an email list and all that stuff back then. I didn't know anything. So then I invested the next $2,000 to get coaching and mentoring and training, which was the most valuable shortcut that I could take. And then 30 days later, I made my first $3,000. So it took around 3 to 4 months for me to finally wrap my head around how this stuff actually worked. And then, it was a lot of ups and downs, trying to finally come to grips with who I am, what my priorities are, what my vision is, why I'm here, who I want to work with. Those things take time, So you got to respect the game that you're playing, like a basketball player does, like a football player does, like a pilot, any professional, right? You have to respect the game you're playing and know what the rules are so that you can be the best player you absolutely can. And then a lot of these are intertwined. The fourth one is, avoid not honoring your priorities. So let's say you do have a job. Let's say you do have a family that you want to be with, but you also want to build this side business. I know that there's some people that will tell you, sacrifice everything, close yourself in a room, sacrifice your family, sacrifice your friends, sacrifice your relationships, But I did that. And what people don't tell you is that you might lose everything along the way. So you might have to take a little bit longer to get where you want to go, or you're going to have to work smarter. There's always somewhere you can make up the time. For me, it's in funnels, and it's in taking consistent action. So let's say you've got a full-time job. Well, then make sure that you get up a little bit early where it doesn't, let's say you have a full-time job, but part of your job is to take your kids to school, right? You might have to get up an hour early to film a video where it doesn't interfere with your job or taking your children to school, right? Or if you come home earlier, instead of, getting on, let's say your Xbox or watching TV, take that time to do a little research or film a video or whatever, and then just be as consistent as you possibly can. You can still do it and honor your priorities and not lose everything in the process, because that's one of the things that happened to me when I was doing network marketing. I was doing network marketing via social media. I wasn't using funnels, and I was on my phone all the time. I was always trying to find prospects on Facebook, and I didn't know when to stop because I didn't have my priorities straight. So honor your priorities, honor your family, honor the people you love. The last thing you want to do is lose everything in the process. I do believe that you can create a balance. There are times where you're going to have to sacrifice maybe a little sleep, but you don't have to sacrifice relationships and the people that you love in order to build a business. It just might take you a little bit more time. So that's all I have to say about that. Just, there's always a way. Like I said, it might require you to get up a little bit earlier or go to sleep a little bit later, or make sure that your content is of even more quality. Or you can, another thing, especially if you work, I'm talking to people that actually work outside of the home, you could always film a different type of video that will relate to the people that you resonate with. So you could put, a video, you can make a video on your break, or you could do a quick little, heart-to-heart type of video. It doesn't always have to be this all-out, edited, super edited production. Sometimes just whipping out the camera and just speaking from your heart will do way more than any technical tutorial or anything like that. So figure out what your priorities are. Go back to number one, which is thinking deeper about the type of businesses you join based on your own priorities and your core values. And then make sure you are honoring those things. That way you can start creating balance. And I highly recommend that if you do work, that you start really learning about funnels, because funnels are going to remove you from the equation and they're going to continue to sell for you even when you're not on your computer. So I definitely recommend doing that. All right. And then the last thing is, stop thinking about it so much and actually get in the game, right? Get in the game, and get in the game to play the best. You don't have to win every single time. Get in there just to play, to feel it out, to really get dirty, get bruised, get in the arena. It's easy to be a spectator. It's so easy to be a spectator, but it's not as easy to be in the arena playing the game, getting bloodied, getting dirty, learning by your mistakes. Get in the game, start making those mistakes, fail forward as fast as you can. And don't look at other people thinking, well, this person was successful in 2 years. Oh my God, anyone that would look at me would be like, oh, God, 12 years? Oh no, honey, that is too slow for me. You know what I'm saying? That was my journey. We all have our own race. So stay in your lane. Stay focused on your goals, your journey, your path, your values, what success means to you, but get in the game. And then one more little bonus tip: stop hiding. Don't hide behind, little avatars or cats or dogs or trees, okay? Stop hiding behind, your computer and actually get in the game. Respect the game, play the game. Just decide you want to get good at the game. You know what I mean? Like any other profession, it's no different than getting really good at your job. That's really all it is. And then just doing it over and over and over again. So if you can relate to any of the mistakes that I listed, please go ahead and leave your comments right below this video. I would love to hear more about that and how you plan to overcome some of those challenges. So anyway, This has been Barbie Figueroa. I hope that this video helped you. If it did, please go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel. And make sure to hit that notification bell if you want to be alerted the next time that I upload a video to my YouTube channel. And also, I would love your feedback on what kind of content you would like to hear more about up in 2020. I'm always open for ideas, or if you have any questions, I would love to answer them for you on video. So please go ahead, and if you have any questions, leave them right below. I will do my best to answer them in a future video. So again, this has been Barbie Figueroa with RiseMarketingAndDesign.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another video. Bye.